solve this data sufficiency question, we will consider each statement separately first and then together if needed. Before we dive into the statements, we know there are white, pink, and gray tags with a picture of an animal or a fruit on them. We are asked for the probability of randomly selecting a tag that either has a picture of a fruit or is pink. This is equal to the probability of selecting a tag with a picture of a fruit plus the probability of selecting a pink tag minus the probability of selecting a pink tag with a picture of a fruit, since we don't want to double count these. We can actually write this as the probability of picking one with a fruit plus the probability of picking one that's pink minus the probability of picking one that has a fruit and is pink. So we can determine the probability if we know these values. If we know the probability of a fruit, the probability of being pink, and the probability of both occurring at the same time. So let's go ahead and take a look at statement 1. The probability the selected tag will have a picture of a fruit minus the probability the tag will be pink is 0.3. We can write this in terms of our values from above. Probability of having a fruit minus the probability of picking one that's pink will equal 0.3. This is true for many different values of the probability of a fruit and the probability of pink. For example, what if the probability of picking a fruit was 0.7 and the probability of picking one that's pink is 0.4? Then the difference would be 0.3. But test another case where maybe probability of picking a fruit is 0.6 and picking one that's pink is 0.3, and the difference is still 0.3. So since we can't decide, we don't know the values of picking a fruit or picking pink individually, we can't determine the probability asked for. So this statement alone is not sufficient. And we can eliminate answer choice A and D. Moving on, let's go ahead and consider statement 2. Scrolling down for some more space, we'll consider statement 2 down here. For statement 2, the probability the selected tag will have a picture of a fruit and be pink is 0. So we can write this as the probability of picking one that has a fruit and is pink is equal to 0. And we do not know, and we know that no tags with a picture of fruit are pink. However, we still don't know the values of picking a fruit or being pink separately, so we cannot determine the probability asked for. This statement alone is not sufficient. So we can scroll up and eliminate answer choice B. To narrow down our answer choices further, we'll need to go ahead and consider both statements together. Considering statement 1 and 2 together, we know the probability of fruit minus the probability of pink is 0.3, and we know that the probability of both occurring at the same time is 0. Since the probability of fruit and probability of picking pink can be many different values, we still cannot determine the probability asked for. The statement alone, or the statements together, are not sufficient. We can eliminate answer choice C, and the correct answer is answer choice E. Statement 1 and 2 together are not sufficient.